bunnies can be terrifying. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. How you guys doing today? We are going to talk about another creature feature, the 1972 Night of the Lepus. So I've seen this on a couple other channels, a couple things on YouTube of just really bad creature features, and this is a really bad creature feature. There was a thing, so apparently there's like an emu war in Australia, like during like the 20s or something, which is just so mind-blowing to hear. So this movie is like a horde of rabbits are like now taking over like America essentially, and it starts off where people are just mowing these rabbits down, but they reproduce so quickly it doesn't matter. So then they're like, all right, we gotta do something because they're destroying our crops. And there was, right as soon as the movie starts, you have this rancher that's riding his horse. His horse falls in a pothole, breaks its leg, and he just kills it. That's how the movie starts, and you're like, awesome. So then they find a doctor, like a vet, that is doing animal testing, a scientist, whatever, and he decides to test on these rabbits to try and kill them because he's hoping that if he can poison them and they can reproduce, and then they'll just start killing each other by the whatever he's putting, like poison or whatever. And of course, you gotta love kids because they ruin everything. That's the reason why this movie even happened, is because this damn kid. So the scientist's daughter was there, and she was holding one of the bunnies, and she swapped the freaking bunny with the one that he tested, and then she let that one loose, and that one just grew into like size of like a car, and then a whole herd of rabbits started growing in the sizes of a cars. It kind of reminds me of Feast of the Gods, except with bunnies instead of rats, and I feel like I'd be more scared of rats, giant sized rats, than I would for bunnies. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, so with this going on, they go to like this giant size of like a old mine where all the rabbits are in, and they go in there to take pictures. The scientist does to like show like what he did. I'm like, why would you be proud of this? They blow it up, you know, and the rabbits are all alive. They still live, and I'm like, what is going on? For the rest of the movie, the rabbits just terrorize people, and then they lead the rabbits in a spot, and they all just start shooting them down. They use the army and just start shooting them. They blow them up. Everything is so wild in this movie. Now, do I have to really sit here and tell you how awful this movie is? No, but I like talking about really bad creature features. Creature features in general are just fun, especially when they are really good. Then I'm like, ooh, yeah. This one, it was not the greatest. No. If I had to rank it out of all the ones I've seen, it's probably more at the bottom of the barrel with Feast of the Gods. I mean, you can't really do much when it's just giant rabbits. Was it sometimes terrifying? Yeah. It was kind of funny though, is where you see these like guys getting mauled by giant rabbits, and you're like, oh, and it's just, you can tell it's like paint on them. You're like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know. I just thought it was really funny, and it made me think of Feast of the Gods. I think Feast of the Gods is probably worse than this one, but I think I gave this like a 3 out of 5 just because I love creature features. Doesn't mean I love this movie. Doesn't mean this movie's really good. I just like creature features. So as long as it's gnarly, I'm probably gonna give it an alright rating out of 5. Are any of these characters memorable? No. There was a scene though where the mom of the scientist, the wife of the scientist, and then that little girl who is the reason why this all happened, were like got stuck. It was just so funny because there's a scene where she's like, oh, look at the freeway, and she goes off on the freeway, and it's just like an off-road 2-track, and then they get stuck in the camper, and they just start shooting flares off at these rabbits so they can live. And I'm like, why did you think this is the freeway? It looks like a 2-track. Why? I don't know. I try not to ask too many questions in this. But in general though, I think Night of the Lepus is just a really stupid movie. I think you could sit back and just enjoy it and just shut your brain off and just watch how stupid it is. That's kind of the point of, you know, creature features. Besides Alligator, I actually really liked Alligator. And of the first one of my little series I'm doing of creature features, then that was Anaconda. That one's just hilarious. I think at the end of the year, I'm going to do a ranking video of all the creature features I've seen. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Regardless though, Night of the Lepus, a 3 out of 5. If I had to give it an honest rating out of 5, it'd probably be like more of like a 1.5 out of 5 because that's not very good, but oh well. For entertainment,